We are live.
Hello and welcome to Naked Girls TV. Our feature for tonight, Sundays with Shamika Michelle, starring the goddess, queen, most naked girl herself, Shamika Michelle. She is the mother and motivational speaker, singer, songwriter, and author of the best-selling aggressive self-help guide to living life authentically, purposefully titled Keep It Naked. And we will be doing just that in tonight's programming. We're going to listen to some tunes from the singing sensation group called The Naked Girls. And the title of this single is I'm Better Than You. Grab your drinks, get comfortable, and we'll be right back with Shamika Michelle.
Hey, Twin.
Hey, my Chrissy, you ready? I'm outside.
I'm born ready. You know I ain't got to be my feet put no weed together before I be
I'm beautiful, I'm so fine, supreme. I'm better than you. It's my life, I call the shots. I can do whatever I want. I'm doing my own thing. I'm better than you. Set the rules to my own game. I'm better than you. They say that I am conceited. Well, I must admit, I think I'm the shit. They say that I talk too loud, but when I rock the crowd,
low battery.
Oh, well,
tell me I can't. I do. I wake up just to make my own rules. I can't lose. I'll stay the course to make my own rules. And I'm beautiful. I'm so supreme. I'm better than you. It's my life. I call the shots. I can do whatever I want. I'm doing my own thing. I'm better than you. Set the rules to my own game. I'm better than you. See, I grew up thinking I won't shit.
Low battery.
I ain't trying to say I'm letting go. I'm just listening to the mirror on the wall. I really had to be on top of things to love myself. Now I will.
there, yes. Cut. We not prepared. Go ahead, Miss Sonia.
All right, well, thank you for tuning in to Naked Girls TV and staying with us despite a little technical difficulty. It looks like we might be coming up, but in the meantime, while we have your attention, go ahead and like this video, share this video, subscribe to this channel, because this is where we get and keep it naked. Tonight's topic feature for tonight is, do you know what your kids are watching? So let's get naked, let's get into it, and let's hear from the most naked girl in the world.
Hi, and I love you back, George. Happy Sunday. Happy Sundays with Shamika Michelle. This has been an extremely long but exciting day for me. I had the opportunity to speak at a local church here. I won't say their name, but I mean, maybe they're okay with it. But anyway, I had the chance to speak at closing out Domestic Violence Awareness Month for us. It actually ends on Tuesday, but they had me close out. It was such an honor to be invited to speak there. The pastor actually trusted me to give the message while he and his wife went on vacation. So I'm like, okay, first of all, I haven't been in church in forever, like a long time. I haven't spoken in a very long time, like I think maybe about 5 years as far as in the church giving a message. But I think it went really well. If you didn't get a chance to see it, check it out. It's on the page. We went live this morning. I guess it was around 11 or something like that. But it was really great. Check out Sonia's Lynette introduction. I swear to God, she made me feel like the best thing since sliced bread. For real, for real. However, now, y'all know I gotta, there's a jackass on the Naked Girls page who better be glad that I am personally blocked, and I'm only coming live to you all today because of the administrators, the admins of the page, can actually use their devices so that I can come live, because I really wanted to tell him all the way off, like all the way off, like I ain't never went off on anybody before. I wanted to tell him all the way off, but I have to depend on the admins to deal with him, although I don't believe they can really get him as good as I can. But he's up there, what type of Christian is this, and I can't believe y'all still believe, and just a whole lot of foolishness, when it was very apparent that I was giving an encouraging message. And I don't gotta explain nothing to him. His cover photo looked like he in a $5 studio. I have nothing to explain to him, but he was really gonna get cussed the hell out if I wasn't already banned in jail on Facebook. But anyway, the topic today, and let's see, I'm drinking something called a Shop Top. I'm feeling like a real live Baptist deacon. The ones that, sit in church like they real holy, but then they take a smoke break during the service, and then when they leave, they go home and they drink and beat their wife. That's how I feel right about now. Like, I ain't beating my wife, and I ain't took a smoke break, but just coming out of church, my dress is dragging the ground. I look real holy, y'all. Now I'm having me a nice Shop Top Belgian white brewed something ale beverage. I feel like a church deacon. But what I wanted to talk to y'all about today is, do you know what your kids are watching on TV? Every so often, I sit with my children to see what they are into. What are they watching? It wasn't too long ago they were into this show where this young girl, I think she was in high school, she had committed suicide. And so the whole show was based around telling what kind of led up to her committing suicide. And for me, I felt like they were glorifying the whole suicide thing. And it seems like when this was like really popular, I was seeing a lot of young teenagers committing suicide or doing the whole Romeo Juliet type thing where they were killing, committing suicide together. And I thought that was crazy, but I'm glad that I was able to sit and watch it with, what was the name of that show? 13 Reasons, right. That was the name of the show, 13 Reasons. So if your kids are watching 13 Reasons on Netflix, you need to actually have a conversation with them, because it sounds innocent. 13 Reasons, high school teenagers, it sounds very innocent, but to me they were glorifying suicide. And I'm glad I had the opportunity to watch it with my children, to be able to talk them through this and to explain some things that I feel like whoever created the show was not explaining. But yesterday we watched the show on Disney Channel called Andi Mack. Cute little Asian girl. They are supposed to be in middle school. They are in middle school and they act so grown. They go out, I'm thinking, you know, I've never seen kids be able to, you know, go and meet out at the restaurant after school and get food and have a good time in middle school. They are dating, they are dealing with adult issues. But one of the things, it was two things that concerned me with the episodes that I saw yesterday. One of them was, there's a young black girl on the show. She was called to the principal's office and she was told that she had to change her hair. Of course, she was wearing her hair in its naturally curly state. She was told that she had to change her hair because the person behind her complained that they couldn't see the board past her hair, and it was causing them to not do well in class. So they told her that she had to change her hair. She was upset about it, but she knew she was being told by, you know, people in authority, and her mom was like overseas and there was nothing she could do. So she ended up straightening her hair, burning her hair out, and the only reason why she went back to her naturally curly state was because they came and apologized. Not because they had offended her and gotten her to change her hair the way it naturally grows out of her head. They apologized because they realized the young man that complained and said he couldn't see the board didn't actually sit behind her. So the message, my daughters are natural, so I felt like the message, you know, that was being sent was, you know, first of all, your hair is an issue. Now why? So the little white kids that's sitting in the front of the class, their heads could be big, but because their hair is not poofy and it's not curly, there's no problem with that. And you would actually tell someone that they have to change their hair, have them burn their hair out of their scalp, and your apology to them is, oh, we found out he didn't really sit behind you. That's some foolishness. I had a problem with that, and I'm glad that I had an opportunity to sit with my children, and it was like immediately, first of all, they told me about it before I even sat there, like, Mom, this show, you have to see it. They had the little girl change her hair. They told her she couldn't wear her hair in its natural state because it was blocking someone's view of the board. So thankfully, you got a super chat. Ding, ding. So thankfully, I am raising my kids to be aware of such foolishness. The second part of the episode, again, this was a separate episode. It was this young boy who admitted that he was in love or liked another little boy. Now we're talking about middle school. Middle school. This isn't a show about high schoolers or young adults. We're talking about middle school, and this is on the Disney Channel. Now, I'm not saying right or wrong. I am telling parents, do you know what your kids are watching? Do you take the time to see that Nickelodeon and Disney, they have these cute little names, but it's not the Disney Channel or the Disney we knew with Mickey and Minnie and Donald and Friends. It is not that Disney Channel. They are doing some real stuff. They are kissing. They are having sex. They are being gay. They are talking about your hair, it need to be a different way. Are you paying attention to what your children are watching? It's very important. See, when I was young, we would get home in the afternoon, and it was fine for us to turn on the TV. We had like Heathcliff that came on in the afternoon. We had, yes, He-Man and She-Ra that came on in the afternoon. Those seemed to me as like safe things to watch. But now, Disney is not Disney. It is not for the little bitty babies. They are programming these kids. They have their own agenda, and I am just asking you all as parents to make sure that you are paying attention to what your kids are watching. They are pushing homosexuality, they are pushing sex at an early age, and they are pushing I was gonna say something else, and then it crossed my mind that Teen Vogue, I don't want to forget this either. I'm trying to just give y'all information today. Teen Vogue ran a full article on how to give oral sex. This is Teen Vogue. You know what your kids would normally look at to see, oh, what's the hottest fashion for young people? Teen Vogue had an article in there teaching the young people how to give good oral sex. That's some bullshit. We have to be paying attention. We have to be watchful at all times, because they are trying to train our children. And it's sad because we all know of those parents that don't really give a crap. We all know of those parents that just sit their kids in front of the television and they are allowing the television to raise them. And it's sad. It's really sad, but we have to be vigilant and watchful and sober to see exactly what's going on with these children. Take the time to watch something with your children just to make sure it's on the up and up, and make sure you are teaching these kids to recognize bullshit when it comes across the screen. Thankfully, my kids' antennas went up right away. They told me about this, so I actually sat there and watched, I don't know, 4 or 5 episodes with them, just so that we can sit and talk about it. But the door was open, that they knew that they could come and talk to their mom, and they knew something wasn't quite right about what was coming across the television screen. What you had, son? Who was the super chat?
Super chat was from Bare Naked Man Travis Finch.
I had a feeling it was Travis. Thank you, Travis.
Absolutely. We got a couple of drinks on the timeline. Some vodka and a smoothie, squad drink, shot of Crown Royal. And another Bare Naked Man on the line states that with the way cell phones are, he talks to his son about everything because he assumes he's watching everything.
Right.
Yep, and they're using Nickelodeon and Disney to promote homosexuality.
Yes.
We also have a new viewer on the line, and their comment is, I try to tell people being gay is dysfunctional and bad for the black community.
You got anything on Facebook?
Facebook, not so much at this time.
Penny says no TV Monday through Thursday. Yeah, I mean, and this was yesterday, Saturday. Like, bullcrap. It's sad because I look at TV. I came under fire, I think it was last year. I came under fire for doing a video that said get this gay shit off TV, and people were so angry and people were so mad at me. And even in the video I explained, like, you know, I'm not just talking about just gay. To be fair, take the lasciviousness off of TV, regular TV, period. Like when I was growing up, if you wanted to see people humping around and you wanted to see titties and shit, you had to have HBO or Cinemax, and you had to stay up real late in order to see it. You didn't see Cliff and Claire. You didn't see the sheets going up like this when you were watching Cosby Show. You didn't see that from Carol and Mike on the Brady Bunch. You didn't see that. Lucy and Desi didn't even sleep in the same bed in the beginning. We didn't have to worry about sitting down with our parents and them having to turn around and explain to us what was happening. But now, regular TV, they are simulating sex. They are simulating oral sex. And we're talking about shows that come on at 8 and 9 o'clock. Times where children are still up. Like the Cosby Show came on at, I think it was 8 o'clock. 7. Like,
well, my time.
Oh yeah. So it was early. Even shows that came on at like 9:30 or so, the Golden Girls, the suggestive, you know, content was so over my head, I didn't get it. I didn't catch the jokes for the Golden Girls until I watched it as a grown woman. Now I'm like, oh snap, Blanche was a hoe.
Yeah.
Like, I
Dirty
didn't
fool.
realize that. And I would sit there and watch it with my grandma as a small child, but you didn't see them in the bed with the sheets going up and down. You didn't see somebody going down on Blanche and her, oh my God, like, well, why is he under the covers? Why is his face down by her waist? I don't understand. We didn't have to see that type of stuff on regular non-cable television. Now they're doing all of this on regular non-cable channels. And it's, you know, people got angry with me because I'm like, it shouldn't be on TV. I'm not saying that people that are homosexuals shouldn't be able to look at TV and see something that represents them, but I'm saying y'all shouldn't be bumping and grinding at 8 o'clock on Fox. Keep that to HBO. Keep that to Cinemax and Showtime. And even then, I'm not saying rough, hardcore sex wasn't on Cinemax and HBO, but shit, by the time it came on, my ass was asleep. All I got a chance to do was see some titties and maybe a little pubic hair. That's all I had a chance to see growing up. If I was lucky, if I was at a family member's house and they had a man living there, I might find a Playboy magazine. But it wasn't evident in my house. I didn't see it. And now, you know, of course, with the cell phones, these kids are being opened up to so much more. You have to be monitoring them. If they are on these social media networks, you need to be following them. And guess what? They don't have a choice to not allow you to take their phone and go through it whenever you want to. If you are paying the bill, that's your phone. If you bought it, that's your phone. Whenever you want to pick it up, I wish a child would tell me you invading my privacy. You don't have no privacy, boo. You don't make enough money to have privacy. When you start paying bills, that's when you have some privacy. But right now, ain't nothing private but the parts between your legs. Now you keep that to yourself. Other than that, I walk in your room when I want to walk in your room, and I go through all your shit whenever I want to. Point blank, period. What you got, Sonya?
We got a new hashtag.
Okay.
So, you know, the term we use for people that watch our program but don't acknowledge that they watch our program as an adult.
Mm-hmm.
So then you made the reference to Cinemax and HBO.
Mm-hmm.
So as a youth, I guess you could consider that sneak watching.
Right.
Yeah. Back in the day.
Well, you know, we say that in one of our songs that people are sneak watching and hating on us.
Yeah.
Yes.
But we did it as a kid. I know
right.
I did.
Sneak
like
watching.
You said, I had to sneak watch HBO and Cinemax After Dark.
I had to sneak watch Arsenio Hall.
Oh, me too.
And I think I was in high school. But what I would do was I would take a blanket and push it at the bottom of the door. And my grandmother had like this small television. So we would watch this television. We kind of put a towel over it, trying not to let the light shine. Mm-hmm. And we would watch Arsenio Hall and make sure that the light didn't go under the door so that she could see that we were still up. Yeah. We had to sneak watch Arsenio Hall.
Yeah. I had to sneak watch Martin because they was not married and sleeping together.
Right. And now there's no boundaries for the kids at all. Yes, Mom, under the covers. Under the cover, hot.
With the volume down.
With the volume down. Like hanging off the bed. Because me and my cousin, we had bunk beds. So we be hanging off the bed trying so that we could hear. I'm going to tell you now, I'm going to keep it all the way naked with y'all. I was so afraid of them knowing that I was still up. I had an old gel jar, you know, like the hair gel that you use. I had an old gel jar. I would not even go to the bathroom. I would pee in the gel jar and then empty it the next morning. That's how much I was afraid for them to know I was still up. So It's no way that your kids are just doing whatever they want to do. You are not parenting them. If there should be a healthy fear. People don't like when I say that. Oh, you shouldn't be afraid of anybody but God. Well, my parents were God, and so I was afraid. I wasn't supposed to be up, and I peed in the jail jar, and I would empty it the next morning. That's me keeping it naked.
We got a new hashtag.
What's the new hashtag?
Along with the most naked girl, Shamika Michelle. Oh, jail jar ass, Shamika Michelle.
Exactly. And that's the truth. And so I had a friend who she lived with her grandma. Now I'm getting ready to be real naked. I ain't gonna say her name, but her grandmother would be upstairs sleep. She was downstairs, and they lived in the projects, so they only had one bathroom, and the bathroom was upstairs. So she would be downstairs. Instead of going upstairs so that her grandmother knew she was still up, she would pee in the kitchen sink.
Oh,
Now that's trifling.
Yeah.
My jail job was much better than that's just trifling now, peeing in the kitchen sink where they gotta wash chicken the next day.
Yeah.
Now that's just wrong.
wrong.
All wrong. What you got?
We got a bare naked man on the YouTube timeline stating that he goes through his son's phone at the drop of a dime. I do it so he won't be sending his dick to no little girls and receiving videos. We also have a squad member that says they used to roll up a towel and put it at the door to block the TV light.
Right. And my mom just made the comment that she was a teen mom and garnered this type of respect. We have grown parents who are not even thinking more wisely when it comes to their children. My mama didn't play. So this whole thing when we say, oh, it's because they have a teen mom, I don't really take lightly to that, because there's only a 15-year age difference between me and my mom. I was scared to go to school and get in trouble. My grandma made me go to school with chicken pox. I never missed a day out of school. They sent me home on Friday. We happened to be out on Monday for Memorial Day. Tuesday, I was sent right back to school. Like, well, she was already contagious before she left. I never missed time. I was scared to duck school in high school. When I tried to shoot the young lady in my college years, acting like I was crazy, I wasn't even worried about the police. The first thing I said was, my mama is gonna kill me. I think it's good to have a healthy respect or fear for the people in charge, and these kids are not respecting their parents, and parents are not putting their foot down with these kids. I sit in the parking lot of my children's school every day, and I'm wondering, where was the parent when this child got dressed? Like, is the parent okay with the child coming to school with the pants around the thigh with the butt hanging out? Like, who's buying these clothes? You wouldn't be living up under my roof dressing like that, point blank period. You just wouldn't. I have a 21-year-old. She has no tattoos, no piercings in strange parts of her body. You can put your foot down if you really intend to do that. What you got, Sonya?
I have that, hello everyone, you are so right. Sex is on every channel, including commercials and cursing. It blows my mind. I have heard pussy, fuck, dick, and every other word on regular channels. I had to click, and this is a long one, so thank you for your comment.
Yes,
keep it short.
On regular channels, though, that is the truth, and it was unheard of coming up. And maybe, people say things like, well, times have changed, and that's fine, but some shit shouldn't change. Some stuff should remain the same. When it comes to regular televisions, people should feel safe. I felt safe watching the Brady Bunch. I felt you know, I'm sure my parents felt safe with me watching Leave It to Beaver and What's Happening. And I really hope I'm not, what's some younger shows so I can seem like I'm a little bit younger. I feel like I didn't say Leave It to Beaver. That was black and white.
Black and white, yes. Father knows.
I didn't told my age. I didn't. That's not what I meant to say. I meant to say Fresh Prince. What else? Family Matters, that's what it was. Yes, that's what I meant to say. I was coming home in the afternoon watching Fresh Prince and Family Matters and some other young shows.
Oh, no, that's not young.
Yeah, some other young shows. I was naming a whole bunch of stuff that was showing my age. Yeah. Full House, yes. I was only 5 when Full House was out. I was up maybe 2. Yeah, that's it. Thank you for the help there. Well, we have to do better. We have to do better. We have to watch and talk to our kids. This is really, it's really a good opportunity for you to sit down and spend some time with your children. Just sit there and see what's going on in their lives. Talk to them. Every day I pick up my kids, I want to know what happened in school today. Everything. And I'm not talking about just what you learned. Like, I want to hear the social aspect of what happened in school today. Oh, so-and-so called so-and-so that name. What? Who got their first kiss? I want to know it all. I want to be involved in my children's everyday life. I talk to them every single day, because I want them to think or believe or know that they can come and talk to their mom. Now, is it things I'm sure they don't tell me? I'm sure it is. When I was in high school, I lost my virginity in the 11th grade. I didn't tell my mama that. I told about everybody else having sex, though. All my friends that was having sex in the 9th and 10th grade. And when she used to be like, I was too scared to tell her that I had crossed over in the 11th grade. However, I'm saying there are things that you're going to keep. But for the most part, I feel like we had a relationship where I could come and talk to her and tell her things. And that's how I want my children to be. To know that their mom is their biggest advocate. To know that their dad is their biggest advocate. That they're not looking to try and join a gang to fit in, or to have backup, or to have, friends that are on their side. They're looking to me as a mom and to their father as a dad to be their advocate. I'm not trying to be their friend, but I just want to provide that safe space for them. And if you're on the phone every time your kids get in the car, they're not going to feel like you care. If you curse them out every time they say something that you may not like, they're going to withdraw and not tell you. You need to be present and available for them more often than not. I used to be very good at not being on the phone. Then I got so busy, I was talking to people that follow me was like, oh, I want to talk to you. I was talking to them, picking my kids up, and be still talking on the phone. My baby girl said, Mom, I need you to not be on the phone when you pick me up. Like, reminder, Mom, now come on now, we glad that your star's rising. We glad that people want to talk to you, and we glad that you love people and you want to help them, but not on our time. So now people know when I'm picking up my kids, I gotta go. Before she get in the car, the phone is hanging up. It gotta be real. It gotta be real important for me to be on the phone, because otherwise we gotta talk. I need to know what's going on. What you got?
I got comments such as, talk to the kids, black teachers that are real. The teachers know the kids very well. Some parents are stating that they have to be super extra because their kids don't even watch TV. Other parents saying, my sons say I'm extra on them too. He said, no, my son says we are too extra on him. He says that his friends talk crazy to their mothers. We got moms on the timeline that say they do backpack checks for their kids and friends and anyone that comes around them.
Yes.
She also states that she was a teen mom and did not, will not, and still do not play that shit. We have some bare naked men agreeing that the cell phone is the downfall of the black race, perhaps even the human race, but it was also pointed out that we invented the cell phone.
Right. What you got on Facebook? Because I see Tamonica has a typo, best friend, but I'm not sure what the first comment was.
Okay, to Monica, that might have been the long. No.
Now, Tamonica ain't going to type that long.
Oh, okay. Typo, best friend. I don't see her previous comment.
Okay, Tamonica. I was trying to see what you were talking about. Monica, hippie. That means your hips and thighs. Hips, thighs, Tamonica.
We have
I love
another
her.
Facebook comment mentioning that they were watching the Cartoon Network super early in the morning with her grand, and the credits were Beast and Pentagon with 666. So we just have to be aware and invest in what our kids are watching and listening to.
Right. It was also in this show, it's just funny to sit with your children sometimes because they know you. So there was a particular part in the show where the young lady wanted something right then, and her grandfather said to her, give us a minute, I'll bring it up to you. She said back to them, how about you do it right now? I responded, and my kids were sitting there looking like they knew I was going to say something. Like, no, how about you get your ass up them steps, because they told you they would bring it to you in a minute. Like, they know. If you talk to your kids long enough and you have that relationship with them, you don't have to worry as much, but you got to be in the know. And sometimes I think we get older and we just don't care about what's going on. That's music, television. Like, you have to know what they're listening to, because it's not the same. It has definitely changed. It has definitely changed. And yes, Penny, it takes a village. It definitely does. When I see my friends' kids, they know they better be doing what's right, or I'm going to say something, and then I'm going to call their mom. And me and my friends, we're close enough where they know they can say something to mine, I can say something to theirs, and there's no hard feelings. But what I have noticed is, if kids don't respect their mother, I'm not getting ready to, all the time step in, because sometimes you got some kids that just don't care, but then there are those that are looking for that discipline. Like, they welcome the discipline because they don't get it often. What you have, Sonya?
Oh, a bare naked man on the YouTube timeline made a good point that these soap operas, the stars would be under the covers during the commercials, and then when the show came back, they were under the covers with clothes on. So the show insinuated sexual activity, but they didn't get graphic and show it.
Right.
Yes.
It was not graphic. Yes. And then, on the soap opera, they stood and looked in each other's face for like 2 minutes before they went to the commercial. Be like, you love me, Erica? I love you. And they would just sit there and stare in each other's eyes. And then you knew it was going to go to a commercial. And then by the time they come back, they in the bed, they done done. I'm like, oh, that was fast. But, that's how it was. I miss some good old soap operas now. Jeez. Yeah, we got to do better, though. It is 7:40, which means I like to end this show at 7:45, because I know some of you have some things that you like to watch at 8 o'clock. And I just appreciate you giving me your time at all. If you didn't get a chance to see the message from today, Are You a Ruby or a Rock? It's talking about knowing your self-worth, knowing your value, and not letting people treat you any kind of way. But before you can put your foot down and demand to be treated a certain way, you have to know who you are. That was the post probably before this one. It was around 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Check it out. That's me at a local church giving the message of encouragement for today. Join me every Sunday here at 7 p.m. for Sundays with Shamika Michelle. If there's a topic that you want me to discuss, hit the inbox. Just hit us up and we'll make sure that we try to talk about it or discuss it. We also have Total Woman Tuesday on Naked Girls TV with Chris Clark. That's every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Every Monday and Friday there's Cussing and Cardio with Dr. O. And I'm telling you, if you feel in a stagnant state and you know you need to work out, I'm telling you it will motivate you. I am not even I need the cord to this real quick, to the laptop. I am not even Khalees, I need the cord to this laptop. I am not even fat, but I'm working out, running, and trying to get in shape because I'm like, ooh, she has motivated me. Anyway, my laptop is about to die.
Thank you for tuning in to Naked Girls TV, our feature for tonight, Sundays with Shamika Michelle. Be sure to subscribe to Naked Girls TV to follow us with our weekly programming. And if we get a chance, we'll go out with some Naked Girls tunes. And it looks like we're powered up. So Shamika Michelle, would you like to continue? Or that's a wrap?
If you don't have the book, Keep It Naked, it is available in every major bookstores, POD, and Amazon. Keep It Naked, a naked girl's guide to live life authentically. If you need mental health clarity, check out J. Michael Clark's YouTube page, The Bears and the Bubbles. If you like music, rap music, check out the Chorus album. We have an album, The Naked Girls, coming out soon. And that's it. Anyway, thank you for tuning in. And Sonya, should I say remember to, or do you want to say it?
Well, we got just a few more ding ding ding.
Oh,
we got a super chat.
Super chat.
Yes. Total Woman 40 says she's starting a free Meek campaign to get you out of Facebook jail.
Yes, I am in Facebook jail, y'all. I am in Facebook jail for 30 days and I have about 27 more days to go. I am in Facebook jail for the response I did to Trick Daddy a year ago. I don't know if he complained because he's coming out with that Love and Hip Hop Miami and he didn't want it floating around the internet, but it's still on YouTube. Check it out. I'm out of here. What else you got? Who was the super chat? You just did that one?
Super chat was from Bonnie Riggins. Penny Mitchell says she saw you today at your speaking engagement. It was awesome. Great job.
Thank you, Penny. And thank you, Bonnie, for the super chat.
Yes, and we got a hashtag Shamika is greater than Ruby.
Shamika.
I just said that wrong because the sign made it look like that, but Shamika is greater than Ruby.
Shamika. Okay. And that won't plugged in. So whoever gave us this didn't plug it in. Right. And so it just died.